Gem Miner TD is essentially a tower defense game where you're a little miner trying not to get dragged into lava by angry monsters. It takes the classic Warcraft 3 Gem TD concept and turns it into a roguelike, which means every run feels different and you get cool upgrades as you play. This video is sponsored by iFeral Games, meaning the channel received a small fee for covering the game. We are as always allowed to voice our opinions with no restrictions whatsoever. You start each level by mining blocks around the map. Every turn you get 8 actions to either mine blocks or place blocks down. When you mine, you might find gems underneath, and these gems become your towers that shoot at enemies. The tricky part is that whenever you place a gem, the tiles right next to it turn into water, which creates paths for the enemies to walk through. So you're basically carving out a maze while building your defenses at the same time. The gem system works as follows. Each gem has a level and rarity, and when you have 2 gems of the same level next to each other, you can merge them into a stronger version. But there are also special recipe gems that need specific combinations. Like you might need a ruby, diamond and obsidian to create a garnet, which is way more powerful than any single gem. The game shows you what recipes are available based on what gems you currently have, which is super helpful. Different gems do different things too. Diamonds can shoot over walls and hit hard. Topaz never misses and hits instantly. Emeralds shoot poison that damages over time, and opals can detect stealth enemies while buffing nearby gems. There are tons of combinations to discover, and figuring out which gems work well together is already half the fun. The roguelike part kicks in between certain waves. You'll get offered 3 different augments to choose from, like giving all your gems extra range, making your closest gem level up automatically, or giving all diamonds a multi-shot ability. These choices can completely change how you play. The enemies come in waves and try to reach you to drag you back towards the lava. Some are basic, some fly, some are invisible, and there are boss enemies that need serious firepower to take down. If they grab you, they'll pull you back towards danger, but you can fight them off if your gems do enough damage. You can also place blocks to redirect enemy paths or give yourself more time to shoot them. That whole mining aspect adds this puzzle element because you need to plan ahead. You want to find good gems in useful spots, but you also need to think about how the water will spread when you place them. Sometimes you'll find an amazing gem, but it's in a terrible location that would mess up your maze, so you have to decide for yourself if it's worth it. Each map has different layouts and enemy paths, and there are multiple difficulty levels that add more enemy health and create tougher elite units. The game also has different miners you can unlock. What makes this stand out from other tower defense games is how active it feels. You're not only placing towers and watching, but also constantly mining, making merge decisions, planning your maze layout, and adapting your strategy based on the arguments you get. The gem combination system has tons of depth since there are so many different recipes and ways to build your defense. The presentation looks pretty solid too, with clean pixel art and clear UI that shows you all the information you need. It's one of those games that's easy to understand, but has a lot of room to get better at. And this sentence concludes today's video. If your time was respected, a like or comment is very much appreciated.